Okay, now we're live.
We're live. Brilliant. Okay. G'day MTBA boys. Give MTBA maybe a bit of a wave. So this is my coaching accreditation lesson that I'm going to run with some Kings Meadow students that I've hand-picked, the finest Kings Meadow students in Tasmania or in Australia maybe even. Okay, so boys, today there's a few things that we're going to be looking at. Just as a bit of an outline. To start off with, we're going to be doing a bit of a warm-up, then we're going to be doing some work on looking at the attack position. Okay, I know you guys are fairly confident already on bikes, but we're going to be looking at some beginner level work for the lesson today, just to really help you guys start to progress into more of an advanced style of riding than what you're probably at. Gareth, how much experience have you had riding? A whole heap or
not much?
Not much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty decent now.
Yep, fair bit. Okay. And are you very confident, or do you think today's, as we discussed, today's plan that we're going to be looking at will help you with in terms of your positioning, body positioning, that type of thing?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Oh, brilliant. And same Ryan with you?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So we have Gareth, Jacob and Ryan who are with us today, just so you know. So, rightio, we'll get started into it. Before we do, we just do need to do our safety checks. So boys, I'll lead from the front here, and then I'll have a look to see that people are making sure they're doing it properly. But we'll just check a few things before we always go for a trail ride, very important. So, just hop off to the side of your bike, and just to start off with, just check your tyre pressure, because the last thing you want is to have it flat and then realise halfway through that it's going down. Okay, we're lucky today, and we've got our spares. We've got spare bikes that we can use with for this session today. Usually we'd take some tubes or some things with us to make sure we don't get into strife out on the trail. Right, so we're happy with our tyre pressure? Yep. Firm?
Yep.
Yep. So we gave both a good squeeze. All right. Okay. And now one other thing that we might have to check, Jacob, you might know what this might be. What other things do we need to check?
Just the brakes and stuff, that they actually work.
Yep, checking that your brakes are working. So have a go on our rear, remembering that's on your left hand side. Okay, front. Okay, on your right. All have hydraulic disc brakes from the looks of it, so you know we do have to be a bit more careful with hydraulic disc brakes in terms of they're a bit grabbier for people who are used to BMX, that type of thing. Okay. What might we need to check up here?
Whether the front wheels even on.
Yeah, whether it's tight enough, whether the front wheel's in. So, I mean, you shouldn't be able to release that really easily. A bit like mine there, you have to give it a bit of force to close it. So just double check that, and also check your rear. And I know you guys have already checked your gears and that prior to this, making sure that your bike is in fairly good order. Remembering that you have that lockout if you'd want, okay? From all of you, from the looks of it. And Ryan, you've got your, yep, so all good there, mate. So yeah, you've got your lockout if you need as well. Okay. Another thing that we might be looking at today, is, if we get time, is also looking at gearing and climbing, okay? And as well as the attack position, and also, if we get time again, some descending, okay? Then we'll make our way down to the gym where we're going to be doing some stretching, alright? As you can see, I've got my first aid pack here ready to go, just in case we have any injuries, which I'm sure we will not. Alright. So boys, I'll get you guys to follow me. It's a bit wet in the middle of the soccer ground, so just follow me up to where we're going to be starting. And our cameraman's gonna follow us up there, and then we'll get started on our first session with a bit of a warm up. All right, and this will be a good part of our warm up, just riding up there, and we'll get started. Okie dokies. Mr. Cameraman, could I ask you to do me a favour?
Yeah?
Do you mind just holding that for me and bringing that up?
Sure.
Could you come up? Thank you very much. Okie dokes. Right, guys, so just following me.
Guys, go.
go us as we go. If you cut straight up there though, that's fine. Lovely day, isn't it? Rightio, just one thing I forgot to mention before, we did do a helmet check before we started because we had to ride the bikes even before shooting, but just a reminder, okay, that if you're ever a little bit unsure, have a look in your helmet to make sure it's Australian accredited, and before we start our proper session I'll do just a double check to make sure the fitting is correct. I have already fitted them, but yeah, so we might just make sure of that. Alright, you can pop your helmet off, just pop it next to your bike for now. Always remember not to throw them down if you don't want to break them. Okay, to start off we're going to do a bit of a warmer, just to get us going. It's good to pedal up here, got the heart rate going slightly. And just grab that. One other thing, please feel free if you've got something to add, okay? It's always hard when we do have a camera going, but if you've got something to add, just feel free to jump in, okay? Or if you think I've missed something or whatever it might be, okay? Alright, so to start off with, we'll move away from where the bikes are because we're going to need the fence. Please be careful of the electric wire across the top, we don't want you touching that. But we are going to be using some of the fence area for what we're going to be doing. So, to start off with, we're going to do some dynamic stretching. Anyone know what dynamic stretching might be?
No.
Not really? Okay. So obviously we're going to be stretching, but when we're talking about dynamic stretching, it's stretching with movement, okay? So rather than just static PNF stretching, okay? It's, you would have maybe heard of ballistic stretching, which is a bit more aggressive. We're not going for that, okay? It's static, it's dynamic stretching that is trying to get your joints to move and get the movement in the joints to start to get ready for pre-exercise. Okay, so you're ready for some exercise. So often people think, well, why are we doing this when we should be warming up on the bikes? Part of it is also getting our joints moving to start off with. So we'll start off with the top of the head. So what I'll get you guys to do, so just gently leaning your neck to the right, your right shoulder, trying to touch your ear to your right shoulder. You should feel a bit of a stretch through here, your neck muscles, okay? And to the left, holding it for, what do we reckon, about, yeah, we'll go probably 15, alright? About 15. Now this isn't as such dynamic, what we're doing right now, but we'll get into that into a moment. Okay, and back. Cycling is pretty aggressive on your shoulders and neck, so you can tighten up quite a bit. And forward. Okay, what I want you to do gently is just rolling your neck. Now you're not going mad with this, you're just rolling your neck gently forward and back and around. So a bit of rotation. Alright. So if you do, we'll look to do about, so for the how many times we do things at the moment, we'll do about 8 to 10, okay? Alright, so now to shoulders. So I'm just going to go with your right shoulder, just rotating it. Good job. Okay, and then backwards. So I counted to about 10 there. I think it was 9. Okay, and with your other arm. Quite a nice feeling. You're starting to feel relaxed there, Gareth, I can tell. Okay, and back. Okay, it is really important for riding, especially for mountain bike riding. Also, I suppose then road, to have a really loose shoulders and neck. On the road, obviously, you still need that, but mountain bike can get a lot of jarring, etc. Okay, so now we're just going to do some rotation with the arms. Not too fast. Again, about 10. Okay, and back, can you count them out, Gareth?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, and forward again on the other arm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And Fitch, if you can count these
1,
ones.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, good. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be looking at releasing our core a bit. So right hand side, so all you're doing is leaning over, not too far, but I suppose trying to touch the outside of your knee. Should feel a bit of a stretch out through here, your obliques. Hold that for about 15 seconds and back over.